Jamon Ganon. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my good God. You know when you've been rumbled. Sorry, you know when you've been humbled. Oh, I love it. You're right, Roxanne. Everyone needs I call them a Levin. Rhymes with, what the other word? But anyway, oh dear. I just love watching a bad man get proper triggered. My God. Anyway, big up, in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Steve, spoke to him on the phone. He's a genuine geezer. He's all right, Emma. I'm going to whack a link out in a minute to put my thoughts across. I watched, I've been trying to catch up on YouTube. I've been out all day. And I'll tell you what, you can't keep good people down. You just can't do it. If you want people to lie on your behalf to suit your narratives, and you want to find, then you're gonna have to find people that got no morals whatsoever, or you're gonna have to have a lot of leverage over people. But if you want them to carry on the lies on your behalf, but the problem is that if you pick a normal person or someone that's got a bit of bottle about them, well, at some point when what they're saying doesn't make sense and it's consistent and they're talking about someone then eventually that person will crack and they will expose the shit that you've been putting out there. Haven't you, Humbled? I'm probably the bacon circle of bacons. Humble, Ash, Roxanne, Helen. We'll call him the taxi driver, the other one. Well, I want to be a taxi driver. He's a failed taxi driver. Listen, Mandy Jameson, I'm going to start with you because you got a lot to say about lady in the chat called Emma Cockrell. You got a lot to say about her, and I call you out on this, Mandy Jameson, because I want to see the full autopsy results, which because you've made an accusation there, which I know 100% is not true, and I know 100% that what Steve says on the phone has been true, because he's been saying stuff that I already know, which isn't pre-rehearsed, pre-recorded or whatever. I'll turn the notification. Don't disturb. I'm getting bloody messages. She should go to the police. You see, the things which Steve has said is exactly what I already knew about. I hate to say this about your ex-partner, Joe, Emma, because from what I know that you got the Mars bars to prove it, aka scars, and I know that you couldn't have done anything more in your power to help that man. But what he put you through, I'm going to use the word allegedly because it wasn't proven in a court of law. You took the rap for him. You took the rap for him when the old Bill came to his house, and you tried to say that the stuff belonged to you, even though it belonged to him. He assaulted you. I have to say the word allegedly because it wasn't proven in a court of law. We've got a lot of snitches watching. That he set dogs onto you. I know that Steve actually witnessed, one of his violent rages and jumped on I think it was jumped on him or jumped on his way around to stop him. This man, from what it sounds like, was a law onto his own. He was unstoppable, he didn't care, man or woman, girlfriend. he put Emma through a lot of shit. And all she did was stick by him, take the rap for him. And Mandy, what she done is twist all that round. Twist all it round as if he was the one being bullied. So, yeah, and that's what you see. What Steve said is stuff which obviously you and Steve, you know each other from your local town, and he was telling me same stuff on the phone, which couldn't have been pre-rehearsed because he wouldn't have time to be pre-rehearsed. And who you got to convince me? I already know the truth. He was saying stuff which I already knew from you, Emma, from ages ago. And this man comes out nowhere and he says exactly the same things, and the same sort of layout. So, Mandy, your cousin was a fucking bully. I know I might be a bit out of line because I know Emma did love the geezer, but he was a bully, and there's witnesses out there. You know it, Mandy, and so do other people know it. And Helen and her, I'm going to call her other half, they are a pair of wrong-uns, and they found another circle of wrong-uns which also have like really dark, seedy behaviour that they want to hide. So they group together and they make a circle and they back up each other's lies. Now, what's happened with Steve is because they saw him in that circle. Because they saw he was in a bad place, they tried to bring him into the circle, but they didn't realise that this geezer does have his own mind and he can see right from wrong. So it worked for a little bit, like when he was wrecked, when he was out his nut, when he was suicidal. I've heard some of the voice notes. But let's face it, it's all stuff which has been echoed by the others. So, it's obviously they've got inside his head, they've infiltrated him, but then he just thought, hang on, enough's enough. Because I have been to Emma's area. I have been to Redcar, I've been to Eston, I've been to Stockton, I've been all over the place. I've been out with her, I've been out with Brian, and I'm telling you, there is no street that she can't walk down having to hide her face or hide her head or wear a balaclava or cover up or watch over her shoulders. She doesn't need to. People are already watching over her shoulders for her. If there's anybody lurking around, she'll know straight away. If somebody, why do you think Taxi Man that managed to grab a photo of you? That whole street that you was casing, they're all onto you. Everybody's on her fucking side. You're just a small little person on this internet. You and that Helen, but you're in a big world. You might feel big on here with Cumbian Truth and with Mandy and with Dodgy Dave and with Humbles, and probably Irish Bullshitter and who's probably Disclosure TV. I couldn't really care. And Exposure TV. But how many people are they? They're like a handful of people. Yeah, they get a lot of numbers, but who are the people watching them? Yeah, I know, Swinger. So you know what? I'm going to whack a link out just because I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go too deep here on all the stuff because I actually feel sorry for Steve, to be honest. Because look, Steve, you've done a big noble thing here, man, and but these people, they will never meet you face to face. Especially the ginger one. Like I said on the phone, I said like I'm in Thailand. He was in Thailand. People ask me why am I bothered in Thailand? Because he was in Thailand. He was in Phuket, and then he was in Bangkok, and he told me that he could have an army full of Russian mafia after me. He told me he could have this. He told me he could blow my house up. He told me this, told me that. But when it came down to it, when I asked him to meet me one on one, don't forget this man said he's rich and he can fly around the world. Oh no, he's not rich. He just stays in 5-star hotels and he can fly anywhere he wants. I gave him 3-4 days to meet me in Phuket. I didn't know where he was. I just Phuket was the last destination which I saw him at. Oh fuck, that should be the right one. Invite guest, copy, paste. When I put it on his toes, he didn't want a nose. That's the right link. Although I was going on with this StreamYard, the layout has definitely changed. I saw that on your live. It's definitely changed its layout. Now, it's on the back. Let me guess who it is. Oh, yes. So, good
Hi.
afternoon, good
Are
evening,
you
good morning,
okay?
wherever you are.
Are you
Where you
okay?
from, what you want.
Are
Yeah, I'm good,
you
good.
okay? Go on.
I've only just
Carry
had a
on doing
chance to
what you
catch
say.
up with YouTube because I've been busy. No,
Yeah.
I'm just basically saying at the moment you put it on that so I was just thinking of Humble when I saw your message. So you put on that ginger nuts toes, he won't want to know. He's just going to attack you online. And I'm going to prepare you, Steve, for what's going to happen because they've accused me of put stories out there that I've been with my niece. They even said I've impregnated my 14-year-old niece. They've put posters out and sent them to people on Instagram saying that I'm a speedo and this and that. They threatened to put stuff in my neighbours' letterboxes, and right now they're saying they're going to the Sunday Telegraph. I'm just going to let them do it because I know what I am and what I ain't. I know what I haven't done. And I know that he is a shithouse because if he really got a problem with me, he even knows where I live, but he won't. And, so
Yeah,
all that
right.
power, just stand up to the geezer because the most he can do is probably get someone to do his dirty laundry for him. But I think even that's getting hard for him. I just want to
Yeah.
say another little thing as well because I listened to a bit of Humble's live. And the stuff that he's accusing XYZ of doing is actually the stuff which his side are doing. Do you remember a man that he was paid 50 grand to go around going spish splash bosh, smashy windows who was on the roof? Whose side was he on, Humble? When you go and then Ash, they go around saying that XYZ smash up houses. You want to have a look in your own backyard as to smashing up houses. And as for that old age pensioner, you want to look in your own backyard for that one who did that. You fucking lying little scumbag. Trying to pin the blame what you lot have done on other people. Go fuck yourself. Up the boys. Sorry. Yeah.
Totally agree. Totally agree. But it's just insanity. I mean, if Mandy thinks I poisoned her, now I know this story's come from Helen, and I know that Helen tells wondrous stories when she wants to. She met Joe once. Um, Me and Joe never fell out after we split up. He always kept in touch, different things like that. Even when a certain bad time in my life, he turned up with his mate. Um, at the end of the day, you can put the scars out and stuff. And this is what we've got to now. We've got to prove stuff to people because what we're saying is obviously getting twisted by these. So if you really think, Mandy, that I poisoned Joe, what I suggest you do is you go to the police station. You said you work with the police, so surely it won't be a problem going to them. So I think that you should go and get it investigated because anybody making up lies like that, right, is definitely not right in the head. So I think that you should as well because I don't agree with that being said about me. So if you think that, you need to go to the police, and that's all I can say to you. Why you're listening to? If you tell the truth, Mandy, and you really really tell the truth instead of saying you want to kill me down alive when I speak. If you tell the truth, Joseph couldn't be bullied by anybody, right? I know that, and you know that, right? So you just ain't you thinking straight. You're listening to a load of garbage, and that's just to you. Humble, you are absolutely despicable. You're a woman abuser, right? You accuse people of false things. You're a liar, right? And to think that straight away you've underlinedly threatened that lad's granddad is absolutely sick, right? But it shows what you do. And yeah, we'll be putting the voice notes up that you've been sending to try and put the fear of God into him. Also, another thing I want to get clear. Um, we've already said this to
Who
Stephen.
wants to look
You Helen, you've phoned Stephen up with a police officer, right, and pretended that you've been threatened. Now prove it, Helen. Put the proof out that you've been threatened by anybody. You haven't been threatened by anybody. Why would anybody threaten you? Nobody's dishing any threats out. Or is that because of the messages I've got off you where you want to give your council house up that your nana left you? And it was in disrepair, so you can't get help with the council, and you wanting to get a move to a bungalow because that was on your mind when I was talking to you last. You wanted to sell that house because it was in disrepair and you wanted a council bungalow. So are you trying to use this situation to say you've been
what's happened?
threatened, which you haven't, right, to get a place to live? That's what I believe. That's what I totally believe. So it's just all lies. You can't keep coming with lies and twisting people's heads in stories
Oh, one more
and
thing,
coming out
just
with
quickly,
the
Helen,
go on.
that number that was called from Thailand, that wasn't even answered. So how can you say that he was threatened from Thailand when the number wasn't answered? Now go to the police and tell them that as well.
Yeah. And I think
So I
I
just had to get that
think
in. Sorry.
yeah, it's all right. I just think, Helen, like what on earth have I ever done really that bad to you? For you to have that much hatred, it's disturbing me, you know. Cause you know what? Even though you're doing all this stuff to me, like I still couldn't bring myself to like say much bad about you because I just feel sorry for you. I think if you have to make these stories up, Helen, it's like just to be in with people or whatever. But please be aware these people will throw you straight under the bus as soon as you've no use to them. Won't be your friends, but then you've got to find out yourself. That's all I can say to you. As for the other investigation, yeah, they've been carrying on trying to get me nicked, saying I've been breaching bail, this, that, and the other. Similar. Let the people in charge of the investigation just carry on that investigation, and we'll see what happens there. But everything I've said regarding it and regarding me unaware of that being in my property, that still stands, and I will prove that to be true to everyone. Um, this stuff, how you've manipulated Stephen when he's been down, and you can put all the voice notes out. He's already sent me them all. He's already told me exactly what he said. Um, but it is worrying, Helen, that you're actually phoning a lad up with a policeman and saying, "Can you put a statement in and say the threat because I put threats on my house? Nobody's put threats on your house, Helen. You need to produce these threats. You really do, because you
And
know
the other
what?
thing is,
I'm not going to
humble.
sit back and allow any of you to tell any more lies about me. But Mandy, you need to go to the police, right? And you need to say that you believe that and that you need to get me investigated.
And humble, you made a whole live talking titled grasses. You might want to look at your own team if you're going to look into grasses. People to
Yeah,
speak to coppers, eh?
I know. I know. Just a madness, a lot of it. I think Steve wants to come on. It's I send him the link, Jim.
I've sent it to him already, but I'm not sure if he's used to all this YouTube.
Is he in the
And I've got my
comments?
mother. He is, yeah. He said his granddad's house got attacked. And he just sent me.
Making fetch to my granddad's house. Hi, Christopher Kent. Need to WhatsApp me. Could you send him it on WhatsApp? Are you autistic, man? Hope you're well. Um,
I'll send it to
a
you. I don't know which
million,
phone.
a million cents, Matt.
Okay, I think it's in the back. Oh no, it's
I
comedy and
mean,
truth. No, stop
I
being
mean, I
comedy and
went
truth. What?
through, I went through absolute hell these last few couple of months, and believe me, the amount of trolling has been horrendous, and
Get on the stairs when no one
as
cares,
well
Ash.
as well as what went on at the house, and me being unaware of it, it was a lot for me to try and uh, deal with. right? And the amount of trolling off this side has been like totally incredible. They've tried to break marriages up. They've tried to blacken my character. They've tried to say that I've poisoned people. Everything you can ever imagine they've tried, and it did get me down at times. But you know what? They'll never beat me because at the end of the day, once you run with lies, right, you'll forget what you've said when you're a liar, right? Because you've got to have a really good memory, which I don't believe any of them have got much of a brain, let alone a memory. So you've got to have a really good memory. But when you're telling the truth, you can't go wrong because you don't have to remember things. So
Oh,
all
look
this
at this.
stuff now that I'm hearing is like just absolute madness that's coming from you, but you need to follow through with what you're saying. And that's what I believe.
I'm
So
just going to knock some people up. We got Jimmy
I know,
Boss in the back.
Beast.
She's a picture of me and my missus in Cumbian Truth. Stay
Wow.
in the back. You can type it as much as you want in the back chat. You ain't fucking getting on. You think I'm going
No.
to have you doctoring my missus as a profile picture? You fucking dumb. Oh, dear.
The crackers, aren't
Oh,
they,
the
Jim?
mental. I
I
know,
tell you
I
what,
know.
though, and like still say, like I never once messaged the at all. He's obviously
I'll
we've
do this.
spoke, but he's never been threatened or never had threats. I wouldn't have when he was going on there. I wouldn't have said what's your granddad's house and stuff like you've sent to him today. It's absolutely horrendous what you're doing, and I just think you can't go on doing what you're doing. You're doing videos about me daily. You're doing posts about me daily. You can't get away with what you're doing, right? And I just think that you're gonna like the police are gonna believe it and stuff. I mean, come on. Helen, who on earth has threatened you? Who has threatened to burn your house down? Why are you even saying that? I just can't even understand it. Are you dancing queen? And then trying to get Stephen to put statements in to say the same. It's like what the hell is going on in your heads? But believe me, the truth is going to come out. The truth is going to come out. I couldn't say much on the situation. I know exactly who, where, and what things belong to that were in my house. I can't go into it too much as I don't want to hamper any investigations that are ongoing. But believe me, yous are all going to be shocked when it all comes out the truth. And do you know when I was seeing some of the stuff that's been getting put up regarding like military and Bobby and different things, and just the fact that they put personal conversations out that I'd had with Helen, I was thinking I was still not wanting to believe it, but it's just absolute desperation, isn't it, to think that a friend can who you've known since what 6 years old can go to that level to try and destroy somebody she actually knows for the sake of these internet trolls. What on earth will she say about them if she's willing to do that about me? It's like
Steve, can
worrying,
you turn your
very
camera on?
worrying.
So I've got a few trolls in the background. STE in the back. Oh, can you comment? And, oh, just let me know what. Oh, I'm good. What's that? Is it got a brown avatar?
I mean, all the lies that you've got on your channel, Humble, regarding Brian. You're listening to you. This is what you do. See, you've
Yeah,
got
it's him.
people messaging you. I know exactly who's messaging you as well, saying
I
Brian's
see.
broken bail 3 times. Brian hasn't broken bail at all. You need to get your facts straight. But I tell you what, it's unhealthy the way that you're all obsessed. It's very, very unhealthy. Hey, Big Nuts, you okay?
Steve's in the channel, on the panel,
Hi,
in the
Stevie,
channel,
okay?
Yeah, I'm not
or Northeast,
like
Dancing
Listen,
Queen.
sweet. Don't worry about what you've said because I've seen it all already. You've sent me.
man.
And this is what we'll do. We'll try everything now to try and. But promise you, right now, nothing will happen to your granddad. I promise you that faithfully. That is terrible, terrible threats, right? Terrible, terrible threats to put out to anybody. And it's that's how low they'll go.
I hope everyone that's listening to this, right, is going to listen to what I've got to say here. See this humble dryer, the fucking daft ginger fucking smack rat fucking nonce from Scotland, keyboard warrior gangster. I've spoke the truth and nothing but the truth. See, when I got in touch with, right, I notified them straight away. Everything that I fucking said to them was all pre-airs because I got told what to do. Simple as that. Now, because of what I've said on with Emma last night and with Paddy, basically, or Mr. Humble Dryer, the kind-hearted soul person that he is, calling my 80-odd-year-old granddad a pervert, threatening his fucking home where he lives now. My granddad hasn't got very long to live, to be fair with you. I'd say 12 to 24 months tops.
Wow.
That piece of shit is making threats towards my fucking granddad, which I've sent the fucking voice notes to Emma where he's, I dare you, I dare you, I dare you. Humble Dryer is nothing but a troll. Humble Dryer is nothing but a dirty, low-life piece of shit. And they're all targeting innocent people because they've got nothing better to do with their fucking lives.
You're
Now,
spot on, Steve.
Humble Dryer, I hope you're listening to this, mate. I hope to God you're listening to this. Do me a favour, you daft jock cunt. Get your hands down your fucking pants. Get your ginger balls out. Meet me over the border, anywhere up Berwick, and I'll slam you all over making threats towards my granddad, you fucking piece of shit cunt. Emma,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I bet you are. I bet you are.
An old, withery old man.
Yeah. I know. He's a terrible person. He just tells lies about people on a daily basis. People he doesn't know. He makes threats towards women and old people, as you've seen yourself.
Humble, what did you say again? What was it you said to me? You said if you fly with the crows, you get shot with the crows. You're flying with a bunch of grasses. The man that I can't mention his name due to legal reasons, Helen, Cumbian Truth, Mandy Jameson, they are all snitches. So you are one of them. That was your saying. You fly with the crows, you get shot with the crows. That means if they're grasses, you're a grass too, Humble. Stop deflecting, you fucking little mug.
And you know the best thing about all this is, right, is that he was going to me, fucking woman abuser this, woman abuser that. Now, before that horrible, vile piece of, honestly, he's shit. I'll tell everyone a story. Basically, what he's mentioning about me in the coming days, I'll get it out there before he can even do it. There's always two sides to a story. You've got the truth, and you've got the bullshit that comes out of Humble's mouth. No, I'm not a woman abuser. Basically, I can't go into great detail because it's going to be mentioning people that are close to me. But the bottom line of it is, I was trying to safeguard my fucking children from pieces of shit, and it got made out to be something that it's not because of the stupid fucking law that's up that way. Now, I'm not no woman abuser, never have been, never will be.
Yeah, that's right.
I kept my children from someone that was with a convicted fucking rapist that served 14 years for raping a woman whilst the kid was in her next to me. That same fucking woman brought that bloke into a certain someone's fucking life, and it goes on from there. Now,
so they're going to try and twist it on Steve, right, and say that he's a woman abuser, but we all know this is what they do. So I said to Steve, don't worry, everybody knows what they're about. They'll all make him welcome, and they will, Steve, right? But what people are saying in the chat here, Humbles, yeah, you're spot on, North East. Marie, Stevie got me also. He was a ginger rat. Fact thing is, when I go to Scotland, I will turn up. I swear on my life, I ain't scared of Humble. Oh no, I was gonna. So that's another one that he's done it too. That's a lady as well. He tortures people.
So here's the thing, right? He's giving it a big bravado over social media platforms. Many of them, many of them. Humble Dryer, if you're all this and you are all that, you've done all this fucking jail. You're this fucking big hard fucking gangster that you're saying you are, right? Nobody. I nothing. Humble
Is that what he
Dryer.
was saying, Steve?
I swear down, I've done plenty of fucking jail. I'm in with this, that, the other. Humble Dryer, I'm going to say this to you. I am nothing special. and I'm far from. I don't pretend to be. I am the hardest man on the planet. But I'm telling you right now, you're making threats towards my old granddad. I'm telling you now, you name your time, you name your place, I will show up and I'll boot your fucking head all over, you low-life twat.
If you name the time you name the place, you'll be
Yeah,
everywhere except that place.
yeah.
That I
But
can put
see
money
what
on.
I mean, Humble? Instead of threatening pensioners' windows, why don't you meet Steve and have a chat with him and see? Do you know what I mean? Instead of making threats
Have a
towards
wee cup
people's
of tea.
families and being a proper wrong and like you are, why don't you just meet him?
Humble Dyer, I'll tell you what I'll do for you, son. I'll beat manners into you.
It's not Steve Mac, Jimmy. Timmy. It's
Sorry?
not Steve Mac. I'm just telling Timmy it's not Steve
Tell
Mac.
him who I am. Tell him who
Oh,
I am.
right.
Yes. So no, it's not Steve Mac. Humble won't fight him when he's a coward. Yeah, that's right.
Do. And now they're going to start with me. And I pray and I hope and I swear to God, I hope they mention my dead mother because by all God, I will rain thunder down on the lot of yous, every single one of yous. And I promise yous I will.
What's wrong, Simon?
Unfortunately, these
What's wrong
people,
with what?
this is what they do. They'll
I
go
hope you're
after
okay,
everyone around
Timmy.
you.
Timmy, I hope you're
All
okay.
right, Timmy. Sorry, I've got to
But
say, my minute. All right,
can I
Timmy.
just say something dead quick as well, Steve? See, Steve's family know me. And he even admitted to me, he spoke to his Uncle Cass, who's a lovely lad, and he knows me and Brian. And he actually, when Steve was going through a bad time, he spoke some sense into you, didn't he? And he said you were getting used and Emma loves you and all that. Because he remembers, like, when I worked in the pub where we used to go in and stuff. Um, so
Yeah,
when Steve's talked to proper people, like his family and stuff, they've reassured him, do you know what I mean? We haven't gone out there and like manipulated Stephen or tried to send him messages and get him involved in like something he had no idea what he was getting involved in. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what are you playing at? Why are you stalking me that much and harassing me that much and trying to get me jailed off that much? Why are you doing it? I don't know. But Mandy, please go to the police. If you really feel that, please go to the police. You need to, because I want you to as well.
I've been really waiting for this day to come for people to expose them for the lies they are because we don't need to lie. We got the truth. I keep saying that. We don't need to make you look bad by lying. We just tell the truth because you're already bad. And that was what they went wrong with Decker. They started making up lies about him. And if Decker really is that bad, you don't need to lie. You just put the truth out. You know, so there's no need to lie. We don't need to lie.
Yeah.
Emma, do you know
But
what
they
I think
can't
you
do
should
the
do?
same thing with me, and they did it with me, and they do it with Brian, do it with everyone, and it's all lies. Don't let it grind you down. They're absolute horrors.
And
See that?
everybody sees that ginger wank stain anywhere, anybody, spread the word around his location because a lot of people want to know where he is. Just to meet up and have a little chat with him, no threats or anything. Just put the word about, tell him, put his picture, John Wason, make sure he's well known, making sure he's famous, make sure his mugshot's out there, the real one, not about the filters. Put it everywhere, put it all over social media, put it all over, put it on posters, do whatever you can to find this geezer because people just want to chat with him. That's all we want. A nice little chat.
The only
Yeah.
way that people are going to believe what we're saying is, you know, them voice notes that you sent last night to me?
Yeah.
Put them all over, threatening an old man's house. Because
Yeah.
they're all
I
there.
will.
And then
Is that all right, Steve? Yeah.
do this. Listen to this. You only when I woke up this morning and I went on my WhatsApp and he
Yeah.
deleted messages. And I sent him a message. I went, "You're too late, son." I went, "The messages have been forwarded." So then he
Yeah.
started sending private chat messages. What did I do, Emma? Please enlighten everyone what I did.
Yeah.
Sent these messages what you can't share.
Yeah.
They got recorded off another phone and they got sent to Emma. You're nothing
Thank you,
but a
Steve.
narcissistic, evil, low-life deadbeat that's got nothing better to do with his time than prey on innocent people, trying to make people's lives fucking hell. Now, I'll tell you why they're doing this to you, Emma. They're trying to buckle your head to make your head wobble so your head does not think straight to do with this case. They're trying to ruin your fucking life. And now they're starting with me. Now they're starting with my granddad. And it's a different fucking level. Because look, at the end of the day, humble dryer. Everyone's got family and everyone's got friends. Anything happens to my granddad, all hell's going to rain down on you, and I promise you that. And I will find out where you are. I was in Perth jail for a
I've
long
been sent some also screenshots as well, and some also like video voice notes of Helen with a young lad who her ex-husband's going out with the mother, and the things that she said to that young kid about his brother who died and stuff, it was absolutely horrendous. I don't know what her motive is. I don't know why she's got so much hatred. I wish you'd just come out with it straight, Helen, instead of making stories up, because
Can
I
I
know
ask Steve a question? Sorry.
your lies are going to get your lies are going to get you like a bad name, because I'm not going to allow you to lie about me. You recorded me 2 years ago in my bungalow and I didn't know I was being recorded. Why would you even do that and keep that? You claimed it was from the 8th of February 2004. 24, and you were filming me when I didn't know, humming. Now, when I concentrate, I do have a habit of humming, right? And I've done it for years. People that know me always laugh, right?
now.
Because sometimes I just in a little world of my own, and that's what I do. But what are you actually trying to do there, Helen, when you're trying to implicate bin bags and stuff like that? And why would you filmed me 2 years ago, nearly? I just can't understand how much hatred you've got. And to think I was kind enough to give you a key because you had no hot water to get a bath. I mean, come on, Helen.
Emma, can I tell
Well,
everyone how to do that humming thing?
Yeah, go on.
Basically, right, listen, everybody, the people that obviously have not listened to the podcast that we did yesterday, I have known Emma for over 3 decades, a hell of a lot of years. Um, when Emma is in her own little world and Emma is enjoying doing what she's doing, she'll start umming tunes because she's happy within herself and she's happy with what she's doing.
It's
That's
like, I think, yeah, you're right, Steve. I think it was when I went through all the violence and stuff. I didn't realise I used to do it, right? And it's my own little comfort thing that I do. It doesn't mean to say I'm a fucking psychopath and you should record me when I don't know, like, or I'm up to no good.
You've done that since I was about fucking 12 or 13 years of age.
Yeah, yeah,
When you were knocking around
I'll
with
have
my mum.
to
yeah.
see if that's on the psychopathic checklist if you people humming. Steve, what did you do with that 30 quid which
But
I didn't send you?
Steve, can I ask you one thing before you answer Jim's 30
Oh,
quid one?
dear.
Fun.
Right, I'm gonna have to get all the truth out now about Joe because it's sounding like I've bullied Joe.
Yeah.
Will you answer a question?
Yeah.
Did Joe or did Joe not set a dog on me at least 3 times?
I swear on my mother's grave, I swear on my 2 children's lives. Sorry, I lied. I haven't got 2 children. I swear on my 5 children's lives. May I never see one of them children again, and they be with my mother. That is the truth. It's also the truth. Listen to me. I loved Joe, and I did. I had a lot of respect for Joe. How Joe was with me was totally different. He never did nothing wrong to me personally or anything like
I
that.
never once got him nicked for any violence or nothing like that, you know. It was quite the opposite. I even took blame for him so he wouldn't go back to prison on a licence so he could go and see his daughter. And he was absolutely gutted. He said, Emma, if you were my friend, I'd kiss you on the head. But he said, it's you. You shouldn't have done that. Because I made it nowhere where he could take the blame back. But he still had that much respect for me, Steve. When I got sexually assaulted, he'd had strokes in Liverpool and he came down with his friend and tried to say, did I need any help or anything like that? So, like, one thing's for sure, Joe had a lot of respect for me, right? And you know what, Mandy? To think that that Joe couldn't be bullied like that, you were absolute sicko to believe these lot.
Oh, Emma, right? Joe sober, not on drink or anything else. He wasn't. He was a lovely, kind-hearted man, and he was.
Of course, and I was with him a lot of years, and it really upset me to think that Mandy sent me a message
But everyone
on
had
near his birthday. 'Cause I used to always say, Mandy, tell him happy birthday on the 7th of October. and she sent me a message in October and then blocked me and said, "Oh, by the way, he's dead and it's all down to you and the family are gonna know and this, that, and the other." And I'm thinking, wow.
I ask you a
You
question.
know, I can clarify that you're telling the truth, Steve, because I never spoke to you before. And you came out and you told me these stories, which I already heard about Joe.
But the thing is, right,
Uh,
what I don't get, right, all these claims are getting made about her doing this, that, the other. If that was the case, why were these claims never made 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago?
exactly.
Yeah,
Why
exactly.
Exactly.
Why
Yeah,
do you
exactly.
out now? Because they never had a vendetta against her, and there's only
No.
one person that has fucking fueled all of this. There's one person. Now they've got some fucking lunatic fucking half a fucking brain, fucking Kev. Now they're using him as bait.
Mm-hmm.
Do this and this will happen. Do this and that'll happen. Basically, I've got to the truth, right? What I know about that bloke parking outside salons and all the rest of the bullshit, making out
Wow, you know about that too.
people who were there. I've been seeing her for 6 months. I think
Wow.
that certain person wasn't interested in him, and he's thinking, "I know I'll get her back. I'll do what they're saying do."
Yeah.
And it is.
I reckon Helen called the police on Kevin and got him nicked. Said that I went to the police. I know that there's a pistol in the place. I know because my friend Kevin told me, and that's why he got questioned.
Exactly. So this is what I'm going to say. Well,
And she's not even involved.
every
Well,
single one of them.
answer Marcus, because Marcus is a good lad.
Every one of them that's
And
Um,
he's just having me back, right? So he's just saying, I've watched screenshots. Basically, Marcus, my so-called friend who I've known since I was 6 has contacted Stephen and briefed him up and asked him to say a lot of things. At the time, he was going through a really bad time. She convinced him I'd lied about him, said stuff about him, and I know how manipulative they all are. Then next thing on the phone with Mandy, Roxy, the lot of them. Yeah, he has done that. He's put his hands up to it. But one thing I will say is when they tried to get him on alive the first time, he did try to question, along with Disclosure TV and Cumbria and Truth, they were questioning a certain incident with the police. What I can't go into too much. And he was realising then, I could see it, right? Because when he questioned, suddenly Roxy cut him off and different things. Oh, we can't talk about that, this, that, and the other. So what I'm saying is he was manipulated, he threw his hands up and he's told me basically everything and he was manipulated. And I've
they
seen the
thought they
proof of
were
that.
trying to infiltrate him, but really was infiltrating them.
exactly. Well, the end. This is what I'm going to say to every one of them that are involved, right? And listen, I swear to God, listen. Instead of fucking writing your dribble all over fucking platforms and start fucking writing lies up about me and all the rest of the bullshit, I will go to the border of Scotland, Dumble, and I'll meet you. All them that are involved with a certain person in Newcastle. I'll drive to Newcastle and I'll meet their pals. That's not a problem. Or I'll drive down to Liverpool and I'll meet their pals. It's not a problem. Stop making lies up about fucking innocent people and making people's fucking lives hell. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
Even his own daughter wanted nothing to do with him. It's her own words. You know what he turned around and said? That's one less Christmas present I've got to buy for my kids this year. Because his daughter don't want nothing to do with him. What an horrible bastard. You're a father, aren't you? If your kid turned around and said that to you, you would just do what it takes to win her back. You wouldn't say, "Oh, just block me and do your own thing." What an horrible, horrible man.
Marcus, do you know what as well? Right, I can confirm this because when I first found out Steve was saying a few things I didn't know, and it was on Facebook, right? And I had a little look at his Facebook. I never once messaged him or anything at the time because I thought I've just got to let him ride it out. But when I looked at his Facebook, bless him, he'd put pictures of his mum's grave up and he's saying how much he missed her. And broke up with his girlfriend at the time and he was saying how much he missed the kids and all that. So I know 1,000,000%. And one of the lads had died because my friend Debbie had seen him at the pub and stuff. He was in a bad place and he did try to take his own life. And that's when they've hit on him, right? So this shows you how desperate they are to try and use people who are going through a real bad time to try and say bad things about me. It's very, very strange. But I will be uploading all of the threats he's had since then. It's horrendous. Honestly, it's horrendous. Now Steve's given me their go ahead to upload them. I will do that.
But things you don't do in life. You don't threaten fucking women. You don't threaten kids, and you don't threaten old people.
No.
Hey, listen, my granddad, humble dryer. My granddad has done fuck all to you. Your problem and your beef is with me. Do the right thing. Grab your balls out of whatever fucking lad's wallet that you've got them in. Come and meet me. Settle it like a man. I'll sit there and I'll put manners on you. And I'll learn you the rules of fucking life instead of threatening an old man.
It's
There you go, Humble, 1-on-1.
Stephen's offering to meet you, and he will meet you by himself. Why don't you settle your differences with him instead of threatening old people and then doing videos about pensioners when it's a load of lies, but then the next thing you send in voice messages threatening pensioners? I can't understand you. More lies will be exposed. See, this is what happens when you tell the truth. When you lie, Humble, like you, your lies always get found out. Now put whatever you want about me, because I'm not bothered. Me and Brian are solid. I I couldn't handle some of the trolling that was going on, so that's why I haven't been live and stuff. But I mean, carry on doing what you've got to do. I mean, how much stuff has Helen got recorded on me, or pictures has she got? So really, I'm not bothered. So just carry on with yourself. But you're going to run out of stuff very soon. Because I wasn't that much involved with her, to tell you the truth. I was good enough to give her a key because she needed a bath and she couldn't get one of hers. I was good enough to give her the paint for her house and the curtains and stuff, right? And go and take her towels up where the dog pissed all over, right? So I've only ever been good to you, Helen, when you were poorly not long ago. I came to your house, right? And I can't understand for the life of me why you've got so much hatred and you want to tell so many lies about me, right? I still can't be nasty about you, you know, and that's the crazy thing. Even though you've done all this bad stuff, I can't for the life of me even go so far as putting the recordings out where you're infiltrating, trying to infiltrate a child that is at a special school, Rex's son, and different things. I could destroy you like that with the stuff you sent me. But you know what, Helen? It isn't even in me to do that, because you know what? I've got a heart and I've got morals and I've got a lot more than what you've got. You must be very, very, very bitter and twisted to be doing the stuff you're doing. I don't know. It's very strange.
Behaviour.
Yeah, it's worrying me. Like, if you're willing to phone people up with the police and try and get lies said about me, that is worrying. I think what you need to do is you need to, obviously you've been to the police, Helen. You need to let the police run that investigation. But 1,000,000%, you know, and I know you've had no threats, right? And the police are quite clever with, you know, like telephones and stuff like that. So you best make sure you're prepared, because I'm going to take all of what you're saying, and this case that I'm on now, I'm taking it to the very, very final. Like I've said, if the police said you get no further action or whatever, if you put your hands up to whatever, there's no way in the world. I'm taking it to every place I can. I want it to go to a trial. Um, you knew, Helen, as well, that Kevin wasn't getting charged with that starting pistol, but he pretended on the internet that he was. I told you there was no one getting charged with that. Now, I haven't had no further action on it, because obviously if it's found with drugs, it's a different story. But one thing's for sure, Helen, the truth is going to come out. I've got nothing to hide, right? And they weren't my drugs, and I hope the police do a good job. Well, I know for a fact that my solicitor's got my evidence, and I think on my evidence alone, it'll get kicked.
Emma, you know when we were talking last night,
Yeah.
you ring your brief this morning and all.
About my tooth going missing. Yeah, I want to put that on here as well. So I kept going on about my crown had gone missing. It was the tooth that had come out, had got done in Turkey. And the English dentist couldn't do anything with it. Now that went missing, and it's been mentioned by a few of the other sides. So I just want to make people aware that they have taken a tooth of mine for some reason. So I have mentioned it to the brief as well. I've mentioned it on a couple of podcasts as well, haven't I, Jim?
Yeah,
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 yeah. So
yeah,
I was there. I was there when you found out it was missing. I was
yeah.
actually
700 quid that
with you when it happened.
I said you brought him missing. Fucking hell. And the passport's gone, we know that's gone.
And that's
So
probably committing more identity theft with that.
mm.
They've got the sky's the limit is what they've tried. Phone hacking.
Well, all I will
Well,
say to the police, if
fraud.
any police are listening to this, all you need to do is get in touch with Murder Squad of Cleveland Police, and you'll realise Helen met Murder Squad and tried to say Lee Little had killed all the prostitutes that had gone missing around Middlesbrough for the last how many years. She tried to convince them that he did that. They told her, no, we've already finished the investigation. Right? So this is what type of person we're dealing with here with these stories.
And the same
Right?
goes for Dodgy Dave, a history of deception. Tried to
Yeah.
trick the government, and he tried to trick the English court system into believing that a woman had raped him, and he ended up going to prison for that. So, yeah,
Yeah.
carry on, Dave.
Yeah. But one thing's for sure, me and Brian and Bobby all might be a little dysfunctional, but they're my family and the dogs are my family too, right? And you know what? No matter what, nobody's going to take me away from my family. Nobody, especially with the setup and lies. If it was the truth, fair enough. But listen, there's nobody going to be setting me up for things that aren't mine, and nobody will take me away from my family. Simple as that. How would you feel, Helen, if someone was trying to take you? I mean, you haven't got much family around you, but that's another thing. But you've got animals, right? So you love your animals. How would you feel if somebody was lying, right? And you know, Helen, what I'm saying to you, that you know they weren't mine, them drugs, right? And I know you do, right? So how would you feel if someone was trying to take you away from your animals like that and get you set up? It's the worst of the worst, Ellen.
You've got
And
nothing to
I'm just
lose.
going
Very
along with
dangerous
it. I
woman.
don't know. Your mum was the loveliest person going. She used to help me when I used to be in a violent relationship and I used to go in the toilets in the club if I'd been hit and stuff like that. Your mum was absolutely beautiful. You even must have thought that I was okay a few months ago because you told me that you'd put your mum's hi-fi in my bungalow. So at the end of the day, I'll always cherish that your mum was a lovely woman. And as I say, Helen, I still can't bring myself to be really nasty about you, even though I could be, but I'm not gonna. Because what does that make me, Helen? It made me a bitter, eaten up, lonely person like you, and I'm not willing to be that person. What you bitter for with me, I don't know. I still can't understand it, but it'll all come out in the wash. As we say, we're taking this as far as possible anyway. There's going to be no deals done from me to take the rap for even knowing it was in my bungalow because I did not know it was in that bungalow. And do you know what, Helen? I've got proof of it. And you know what, Helen? You know the truth as well. And that's without me saying too much more.
I'll
But
tell you something, Helen and the other geezer. Even if Emma forgives you, even if Jesus forgives you, I will never ever fucking forget this ever. And nor would a lot of people.
I have been
Worse than a snitch.
suicidal. I'll admit it. When this has been going on, not this trolling, and what was found in my bungalow, right? I have been suicidal. Many times I've been in the front. Jimmy said, Jimmy, I can't cope. I
Yeah,
don't
you
want to
have.
wake up. I've been the depths of despair because I couldn't understand it, right? And you want to drive somebody to that, you're absolute sick, really are. But never mind, I've got back strong again. So I don't know. Don't
You
know.
can't keep good people down, you lot. Them. There's only a handful of you wrong uns out there. Was it that saying is like 1,000 friends are too few, but one enemy is like worse than, I don't know, something along those lines. So there's just a full small pocket of people, but there are not many of them, but they create big fucking problems.
I got out of hospital, right? I got out of hospital from having the heart thing, right? And I took Helen and somebody else for a meal, and we went for a few drinks and stuff. And that day, I actually, because I'd been in hospital and stuff, I'd sent Helen like 50 quid. Um, I used to like always say, if you need anything at all, just get in touch with me. And as I say, I'm not gonna say I've done this, that, and the other. But even if I think about her all the time, even when she was poorly, and say I'd go and get her some jammers and get her some food or whatever she needed. And you know what? I just think to myself, wow, all that time I was like thinking she was a friend. They were actually planning and scheming, and I don't know. To think that you've sold me out to a load of lies to my enemies. Another thing I want to say to you, Helen, right? You knew that this house had been targeted, right? You've now tried to claim, you and another one, that I was shooting out the window. Do you really believe the police are that stupid to not know if someone was firing guns out of a window, especially when the CCTV all over the place, right?
And it's got
So,
sound.
so that's going to make you sound very stupid anyway, right? And to even come with that, there was a video out of me shooting out the window. Come on, right? That is absolute insanity. So them ballistics police know exactly what's been fired and when it hasn't been fired. Use lots, silly ones like Dark Side and that, know the difference between what comes first, speed or sound, and especially when it's caught on CCTV. So running with that isn't going to work because you know that I never fired out of no window. Another thing, Helen, you know what made me really, really sick? Right? That you went to that other side and you told them where my bungalow was and nobody knew that address. So you were willing to put me on the line, right, of my little safe place, right? And that's what you tried to do. So you also tried to give the enemy my personal address. That's how sick you are. But when you go to sleep at night, right, I hope your mum's in your head and my mum's in your head, and you toss and turn when you think of what you've done.
I confirm something else. I can confirm 100% that that starting pistol was never fired, so there should be no gunpowder residue from that starter pistol. The last person to hold that pistol was the other geezer.
Yeah.
So if it has any gunpowder on it at all, you need to check his clothes or whatever.
Thank you for
Assuming that
you,
they have
Jimmy,
already.
for getting in touch with the CCTV people. I can prove that's also a lie. When he was past it to get rid of with the bin
Oh
bag
yeah.
out with the thingy, we've got that on video now, him getting in a car on his own, right? So, but yeah, like you said, they'd also said that there must have been more bullets. No, there was no more bullets. And like the police will be able to tell, they'll be able to tell if there's any gunpowder residue in that thing. And you're right, Jimmy.
All 50 were there at the last when they were last seen in your presence.
Yeah.
And that was a box that I ordered. Me, didn't try to set anyone up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Right.
so anyway, I'm gonna start closing this. I've got another early start tomorrow, so I've got a lot of YouTube to be catching up the next few days.
And anybody use
Well, thanks. Thank you, Steve, as well. Like you've shown a lot of balls standing up. You know, local lads standing up. I think there are a lot of people will start following your footsteps because I know Emma's well liked in that area. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
And I think you've done the right thing. I think you've done a good thing.
What do you want to say, Steve?
Everyone that's watching this right now, if any of these things have been happening to you regarding Humble and the rest of them, please reach out. Everything will be kept in fucking confidence. Your names will be kept quiet. But the more people that this reaches to, the better, because we're not going to be the only ones that this is happening to. It's
I
absolutely.
haven't got ulterior motives with Stephen. Like they had straight away they put his voice notes out, private voice notes. Stephen sent me the voice notes he was getting last night. Now if I had ulterior motives with Stephen and I didn't care about him, right, and I didn't know that he'd been used, I could have just put them all over. I've waited till Stephen's asked me to upload them, right? But this is what you lot do. You you'll try and expose people, and when you've got them to like coerce them a lie about people, you will then put them voice notes out after you've had Helen in his ear and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, Mandy Jameson, you need to go to the police about Joseph. You need to find out, because you need to get the doctor's records from Redcar, and you need to tell me that he's had all these things in Redcar. You also need to prove that I've poisoned him, because you're coming from Helen. I can honestly say Helen met him once and she wasn't very well, and he put her in a car and he went, fucking hell, she was a nightmare. Because Joe was like that. He'd be still be nice to people, do you know what I mean? But she wasn't around Joe. And to see when she put, when Joseph died, oh, we missed Joe in Redcar. You didn't know Joe.
I knew Joe very well.
I know. 2 seconds.
Can I say about the time when I first met Debbie? I'll keep it short. She was fuming because she was manipulated. She was fuming with Emma because she thought Emma had grasped somebody up that was close to her. It's only when they looked at each other's phones and exchanged messages, they realised she's like, why would I want to grasp that person? I don't even know her, for one. And then when they exchanged messages, they realised that they'd both been played by the same person, and that's why they became friends and took a picture in the pub. You know who's in that pub? You know who took that picture, Humbles? And Dave, you want to know, and everybody else wants to know it was England? Me. I took that picture. Uh-huh. Anyway, I'm going to end this now. Any last words? Okay, I'm going to end it now. I'll just make sure.
I'm just going to go
All right,
do
speak
this
soon.
breakfast as well. Speak soon, right?
Speak soon. Bye-bye. All.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye 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 bye
All right.
bye bye.
I'm going to count out time.
Bye 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 bye
Bye-bye.
bye 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 bye.
Right, I'm just going to do the count out timer so people can say their goodbyes. I don't know if I don't know how to do it. StreamYard. So I'll just end it. Well, have a good day. Swaddy crap from the land of the smiles. Yeah, nice one. Okay. I'll read all the comments later on. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks for the guests. Peace out.